Good morning children and welcome to the online session of English Grammar of class 8. So let us open up the chapter number 3 that we were doing in the last class, adjectives and degrees of comparison. I had taught you the meaning of adjective and the kinds of adjectives. Alright, we had completed it and today we will do this exercise. So let us read it. Identify the adjectives and mention their kinds. So what we have to do here, we have to read the sentence and we have to find out the adjective within the sentence and we have to mention what kind it is. Okay. So we have learned about adjective. I've already told you what is an adjective and its various kinds with examples. So you would be able to do that. So let us discuss it. Okay. First, example. What he said is an absolute truth. So in this sentence, you can see this word absolute is highlighted, which means it is an emphasizing adjective. What is an emphasizing adjective? No, emphasizing adjective is an adjective that emphasizes the noun. It puts more stress on the noun. It increases or decreases the effect of the noun. They are modifying or they are describing. Examples: utter, absolute. And the meaning of absolute is complete. Alright, utter is complete. What he said is an absolute truth, is a complete truth. Alright, so we'll have to do the next one on our own. This room has been decorated by my mother. So here you can see my mother. Whose mother? Mine. So this adjective is showing a belongingness, a possession. So it is a possessive adjective. Possessive adjective show possession or belonging. Example: my, our, your, his, her. Alright. Now in this sentence, we find one more adjective in the beginning. It is this. This room. Alright. So this is a demonstrative adjective because it is demonstrating this room. It is pointing out to this room. So this will be a demonstrative adjective which points to a person or thing, and the examples are this, that, these. So here this will be a demonstrative adjective while my will be a possessive adjective. Alright. Second number. His family invited me to the party. Here again, whose family? His family. So family is a noun and it is being described by his. All right. So his is the adjective. What kind of adjective? Again, possessive adjective. It is showing belongingness. Whose family? Grandparents' family. Sorry, whose family? His family. All right. So this will be a possessive adjective. Next one. His grandparents are of Indian origin. So here there are two adjectives. First one is his. His shows possession or belongingness. So it will be possessive adjective. Okay. His will be possessive adjective while Indian will be a proper adjective because it is from a proper noun called Indian. So this will be a proper adjective. This will be a proper adjective while his will be possessive adjective. Indian will be proper adjective. Next one, give the beggar some food. Now some. Some is describing the adjective of quantity. Refer to the quantity, how much of a thing. So here we can see how much of the food is being described. Some food. So some is the adjective of quantity. Alright. Next one. 5 passengers got down from the bus. So here the exact number of passengers are given. So it will come under the adjective of number, right? Adjective of number because it tells how many persons or things are meant. 5, several. The exact number is mentioned. So it will be the adjective of number. Alright, I've written it here for you, number. Alright, next one, what question did the interviewer ask? So here, the first thing that you can see that this is a question. Alright, and it begins with what. So it will be an interrogative adjective because it is asking question, and it begins with what. Alright, so it will be an interrogative adjective. It's very simple. The next one, these walls need whitewashing. Now again here, something is being pointed out. What is that? Walls. And it is being described by, it is being pointed out by the word these. So this will be a demonstrative adjective because it points to a person or thing. These are the examples. Alright, so this will be demonstrative adjective. Next one, Jackson was a popular musician. So here you can see the quality of the musician is being described. It is described as popular. So this comes under the adjective of quality. Okay, describe size, color, shape of a person or object. So here we can see that this is here Jackson is being described as a popular musician. So popular will be the adjective of quality. So here we end this part, and now we will move to the next part of this chapter, that is position of adjectives. Now what is a position? Position is a place or location where an adjective is placed within a sentence. Alright, that we should know, and this is in relation to where the noun is placed within a sentence. Alright, so first let us try to understand this. The first thing that we know, children, that an adjective is usually placed immediately before the noun it describes. That we know it, na? An adjective is usually placed immediately before the noun it describes. For example, let us take an example. The brave king. So you can see here, king is the noun and brave is the adjective. So here, the king is being described as brave, and this adjective is comes, immediately before the noun. So here, here you can see the position of adjective. It is just before the noun. Next example, a crowded bus. Here the bus is the noun and crowded is the adjective. It is described, the bus is described as crowded, and this adjective is placed just before the noun. So this type of position is called attributive adjective, attributive position. Attributive position. Okay, this type of position is called attributive position, or you can say attributive adjective. Alright, so let us read the definition of attributive position. An adjective is placed just before the noun in an attributive position. In such position, the adjective describes the noun. So here you can see in the examples, in the same manner it is given here, he is an intelligent boy. So the boy is described as intelligent. Boy is a noun, whereas intelligent is an adjective. The boy is described as adjective. The boy is described as intelligent. So it is an adjective. And this particular adjective is just before the noun. So this type of position is called attributive position, or you can also call it attributive adjective. Next one, she is a beautiful lady. Now the lady is being described as beautiful. Lady is the noun. Beautiful is the adjective. She is being described as beautiful. So here also you can see it comes just before the noun. So this type of placement is called attributive position. Alright. This is the general rule, children. This is the thumb rule that we follow while writing. Okay. And we always follow it in written. Whenever we write a letter or an essay or a paragraph, whenever we write these things, we use this rule. We follow this general rule of the placement of adjective. The position of adjective should generally be this way, okay, whenever we write. Now move to the next. Predicative position. An adjective is placed after the linking verb such as be, become, seem, look, appear and so on in a predicative position. Now what is a linking verb? Now I tell you what is a linking verb. Verb you understand, verb is a doing word. Linking verb does not express any action. Okay, it does not express any action. It only acts as a connection. Alright. Connection between what? Connection between the noun and its adjective. Okay? Linking verb does not do any action. Well, linking verb does not denote action. It only acts as a connection. It only acts as a bridge between noun and its adjective. Now let us understand this. So these are the linking verbs: be, become, seem, look, appear and so on. Look at this example. You look handsome. You look handsome. Here, you is the noun and handsome is the adjective. Alright. Now, you can see a word in between these two. What is this? This is a linking verb. This is called a linking verb and it acts as a connection between these two, between a noun and an adjective. Alright. So, in the same way, in the second example also, he is happy. He is happy. Here, he is, described as happy. This person is being described as happy. And this word that is in between these two is a linking verb. So this is the second category, children. In the placement of adjective can be in this manner also. We saw it here that the adjective was placed just before the noun, okay, which is a general rule. Most probably, generally we follow this rule, and in most of the cases you will find the adjective placed in this manner. Whereas there are some exceptions, okay, there are some other categories also wherein you will find the adjective placed after the noun. Here you can see the adjective is placed after the noun. This adjective is here after the noun, not just after the noun, but after the noun, after the linking verb, you can say. Here also it is placed after the linking verb. An adjective is placed after the linking verb. So there are some cases, in some of the cases you will find the adjectives placed after the linking verb. Okay. Now, note. Very often when several adjectives are attached to one noun, they may be placed after it for emphasis. Now can you see here? Example. The prince, fearless and determined, came to the rescue of the princess. So here there is one noun and it is being described as fearless and determined. So there are several adjectives. Two adjectives are attached with this noun. This is the noun and this is the adjective. There are two adjectives attached to it. So in this type of cases, the adjectives come after the noun. Okay? In this type of cases, the adjective come after the noun. The prince, fearless and determined, came to the rescue of the princess. You can also say it, the fearless and determined prince came to the rescue of the princess. Okay? But whenever it is written in this way, it comes after the noun. Now, I will give you one more example of it. So, when many adjectives are given to one noun, then the adjective is placed after the noun. When there are many adjectives given to one particular noun, one single noun, the adjectives will be placed after the noun. Here also a similar example is I have given you. Example, the police, corrupt and immoral, did something wrong. The police is a noun and it is described as, the police is described as corrupt and immoral. Two adjectives are given to the police. Okay? And so it is placed after the noun. But we can also say it, the corrupt and immoral police did something wrong. Okay? So this is one way of putting the adjective after the noun. Now, next one, in certain phrases, adjectives always come after the noun. Now, in certain formal phrases, there are some exceptions also. In certain phrases, adjectives come after the noun. Now, heir apparent, God Almighty. Here, apparent is the adjective and heir is the noun. Now, you would ask what is the meaning of heir and what is the meaning of apparent. See, heir is a person who inherits the property or title of someone after his death. Okay, usually the son acquires the property of his father after the father's death. So that son is the heir. Alright. And apparent means understood. It means the whole phrase, it means that, it means the heir, the son who is understood to become the who is understood to inherit the properties of his father. Heir apparent. That you just understand this much. And that next one is God Almighty. So God, Almighty is the title given to the God. This is the adjective and this is the noun. So God is being described as Almighty. We always describe the God as Almighty. Alright. So one more example I'll give you of this kind. It is notary public. Notary public. Here public is the adjective and notary is the noun. Now what is the meaning of notary public? Notary is a person. Notary is a person. He is a person, or you can say he is a kind of lawyer. He is a kind of lawyer who is responsible to do legal work. Okay? You should understand this much. A person or a kind of lawyer responsible to do legal work. Okay? Legal work. And public is the adjective. Okay? It is the adjective. It is described that this person works for the public. So, here these are the examples of certain phrases, wherein the adjectives come just after the noun. In some of these are the exceptions, okay, where you will find the adjective coming just after the noun. Okay. Now, I'll tell you one more thing. In poetry, whenever you read poetry, in poetry the adjective is placed after the noun. There is one more case. In poetry, whenever you read poetry, you will find this type of examples. Example, King Leopold the Brave. King Leopold the Brave. So King Leopold is described as brave. So brave is the adjective and King Leopold is the noun. So here you can see the adjective coming after the noun. Second example is my heart scared to the core. You will read poems now, you will read poetry, you will come across these kind of lines where you will find the adjective coming after the noun. My heart scared to the core. Scared is the adjective and heart is the noun. Adjective because the heart is being described as scared. Here King Leopold is described as brave. So, but this case is only with poetry. This is only with poetry. We do not follow this rule in general. We do not follow this rule while writing essays, paragraphs or letters. Whenever we write letters, essays or paragraphs, we use this general rule. What is the general rule? What is the general rule? The general rule is to place the adjective just before the noun. Okay, that you should know. And these are the various categories. Okay, these are the exceptions where you will find the adjective coming after the noun. Okay, whenever several adjectives are given to one single noun, okay, in that case the adjectives are placed after the noun. Very often when several adjectives are attached to one noun, they may be placed after it for emphasis. For emphasis. What is the meaning of for emphasis? For emphasis means to bring out the meaning, to lay more stress on it. Okay. The prince, fearless and determined, came to the rescue of the princess. Okay, you can see there are two adjectives given to the noun prince and the adjectives are placed after the noun. However, we can also say it in the other way. The fearless and determined prince came to the rescue of the princess. Even that is right. Alright. But many times you will come across this type of sentences also. Okay, where several adjectives are given to one noun and they are placed after the noun only for added emphasis, only to emphasize what type of prince he was. This type of examples are only given, this type of cases you will come across only when the prince, the kind of prince, the noun is being emphasized here. So here also when I gave you this example, the police, corrupt and immoral, did something wrong. So here more emphasis is being put on the person called police. Okay, this is the reason why the noun is being placed after the adjectives are being placed after the noun, only to put some more stress on the noun police, what type of police he was. Okay, however it can also be written like the corrupt and immoral police did something wrong. Okay, this is also right. This is the general rule that we follow. But in some of the cases you will find the adjectives coming just after the noun. Whenever there are several adjectives given to one noun, sometimes it is it is written in this way also, and it is written in this way only because it wants to bring it wants to lay more stress on this person called police, to lay more emphasis on the noun. All right. So now after reading this, we'll come across one more kind of category, and that category is when a word or a phrase is added to an adjective. In that case, the adjective is placed after the noun. See, there is one example. The boy, taller than his brothers, came forward. You can see the noun boy and the adjective given to it is taller. But said there are some more words added to this adjective to lay more emphasis on this person, on this noun called boy. The boy, taller than his brothers, came forward. So this whole phrase becomes the adjective. Alright. When a word or a phrase is added to an adjective, in that case the adjective is placed after the noun. So in this case, whenever you'll find some words or phrases attached to the adjective, in that case the adjective will come after the noun. Another example, he was a man laborious by nature. He was a man laborious by nature. We have added some more words here, by nature. Okay, so in this case, this whole phrase will become the adjective. Adjective that is describing the noun man. Okay, so but even after reading all this, I would always, ask you to follow this general rule. He is an intelligent boy, she is a beautiful girl. In this example, the adjective comes before the noun, which is a general rule. This is a general rule, children, and you should always follow this particular rule while writing letters or essays or paragraphs. Don't get confused. These are just some exceptions wherein you will find the adjectives coming after the noun. Here the adjective is coming after the noun. In between these two there is a linking verb. Here again the adjective is coming after the noun because there are two adjectives, and the motive is to lay more emphasis on the noun, and that is the reason this adjective is being placed after the noun. Here in this formal phrase is heir apparent, God Almighty, the adjective is placed immediately after the noun. Okay, this is exceptional. This is an exception. This is an exception. This is not followed everywhere. What we follow? What do we generally follow? Which rule do we follow? Always we follow this rule of placing the adjective just before the noun. Alright? So I hope this is clear, but before moving forward, we will complete this exercise. Only then we will know that how much we have understood. Okay? Identify the adjectives of quality and underline when they occupy attributive position and circle them when they occupy predicative position. Attributive position, I told you what it is. Whenever the adjective comes before the noun, immediately before the noun, and predicative position is the position where the adjective comes after the noun. Alright, so here we have to understand and we have to see where the position of the adjective, and we have to categorize as attributive position or predicative position. Come on, let us do it. Example, you appear horrified. You appear horrified. Use the noun and this you is being described as horrified. So you can see this horrified is the adjective and it is you is being described as horrified, and this adjective is coming after the noun. It is coming after the noun. So it is predicative position. So we will circle it. Okay, predicative position. This is the linking verb. I told you, na? You appear horrified. In between the noun and the adjective there is a word, and this is the linking verb. Okay. So now let us do the next one. Harshavardhana was a just king. Harshvardhana was a just king. What type of king? Just king. So just is the adjective. What type of adjective? What is the position of this adjective? Attributive position, because it is coming before a noun. King is a noun and just is the adjective. So this will be attributive position. This one was predicative. The first one was predicative position. Second one, the answer is attributive position. Third one, after the exhaustive journey, Jay reached home. What type of journey? Exhaustive journey. The journey is described as exhaustive. Journey is the noun, exhaustive is the adjective. So this adjective is placed just before the noun. So what type of position it is? What is the position of this adjective? Attributive position. Okay, I have written A here, which means attributive position. Next one, the window frame was green. The window frame was green. How is the window frame described? It was green. So green is the adjective. Where this adjective is being placed? It is being placed after the noun. Not after the noun, after the linking verb. So this is which type of position? Predicative position. So I have written P here. Okay. Next one, the blind man managed to cross the street. The blind man, the man is the noun and blind is the adjective. Man is being described as blind. And this adjective is placed just before the noun. So what type of position it is in? It is in the position of attributive position. Okay, just before the noun. Okay, so this will be attributive position. I have written A here. Next one, an old man and his wife are our new neighbors. So again, this man is being described as old. Old is the adjective being placed just before the noun, and this position is called attributive position, wherein the adjective is placed just before the noun. Next one, the beautiful princess damaged her shoes while dancing. The princess is the noun. Princess is being described as beautiful. So beautiful is the adjective and this adjective is placed just before the noun. So therefore it is an attributive position. Okay. So because the adjective is placed just before the noun. Next one, Simi's thin frame became weak due to illness. Simi's thin frame. Now frame is being described as thin. What is the frame? Frame is about the structure of the body. Here the meaning of frame is the structure of body. What is the meaning of frame? Frame is the structure of body or the health of the body. Okay, the health of the body. Okay, Simi's thin frame. Now frame is being described as thin. Frame is the noun and thin is the adjective, and here you can see the adjective coming just before the noun. So which type of position it is? Attributive. An adjective is placed before the noun. Now here, the performance of our team was brilliant. The performance of our team was brilliant. Now you can see team is the noun and brilliant is the adjective. The team is being described as brilliant, and this adjective is coming after the linking verb, not just after the noun but after the linking verb. What is the linking verb here? Was. So this type of position is called predicative position. Alright. So now you understood what is an attributive position and what is a predicative position. Attributive position is the position of adjective just before the noun. Position of adjective just before the noun. And predicative position is the position of adjective after the linking verb. Okay, these are the linking verbs. Alright. But in some of the cases we find the adjectives coming immediately after the noun. Here is that examples of that. The prince fearless and determined. Here you can see the adjective coming immediately after the noun. Now this type of cases comes when we want to put more emphasis, more stress on the noun. Alright. Now, one more case. In one more case, we'll find, in some of the phrases, we'll find the adjective coming just after the noun. And these are formal phrases. Okay, this is an exception. This is not followed everywhere. Okay, this rule is not followed everywhere. These are exceptions. Okay, we generally follow this particular rule of the adjective coming just before the noun. Alright, so now we'll come to the next part of the exercise, the chapter, that is formation of adjectives. Adjectives can be formed by adding suffixes to words. Now, here we will understand how an adjective is formed by adding suffixes. What is a suffix? Suffixes are a group of letters placed at the end of a word. Examples: full, ish, ful, ish. Now look at this column. You will understand how an adjective is formed from nouns. First one, nouns. Nouns plus suffix equals adjective. Here are some nouns are given in which some suffixes are added and then it becomes an adjective. The first one is boy plus ish. Now, boy is a noun. When we add the suffix ish to it, it becomes an adjective, boyish. Boyish, like a boy. Next one, care plus full is careful. Care is the noun, ful is the suffix. Next one, gold plus en. En is the suffix. It becomes golden, like gold. Dirt plus y. It becomes dirty. Dirty is the adjective. Dirt plus y equals dirty. That is adjective. Sense plus less. Sense is the noun. When we add the suffix less to it, it becomes senseless. Okay, senseless is the adjective. Senseless is the adjective, which means without sense. Plain plus full. When we add ful full to this noun play, it becomes playful. Okay. Now let us see how adjectives are formed from verbs. When we add suffixes to verbs, cease plus less, it is equals to ceaseless. Commend plus able is equal to commendable. Tire plus less equals to tireless. Now, children, in the next class, we will read it, we will learn it in detail about suffixes, about the formation of adjectives, how it is formed from nouns and verbs. Alright, so that's all for today. Okay, so if you have any queries, any doubts, if you want to ask anything, want to clarify something, please, you can WhatsApp me. This is the WhatsApp number. This is my WhatsApp number wherein you can text me. Do text me in this number. You can message me here. It is 9958384127. You can, message me during this time, 10 to 11 a.m. in the morning. Okay? And you can ask your questions. You can clarify your doubts. Okay? So that's all for today. And till then, keep learning, keep revising, and stay safe. Thank you.